Welcome to the Habitual Woman Podcast with yours truly, Dabrina Wright. I'm a holistic, habit-based lifestyle coach, nutrition educator, and fitness trainer. This is a show about transforming habits into a lifestyle. We will introduce and reintroduce habits, as well as have a conversation with women about the habits and the rituals they use to live the life that they deserve. Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies. Welcome back to another episode of the Habitual Woman Podcast. I am so excited. Today, I have Tasha of Her Grails with us today. Oh my God, we had so much fun as usual. Let's see, we discussed events planning. We discussed wine. We discussed brunch, but we discussed coaching, mentorship, how to do what you need to do what you want to do. What? How about that? So let's just go ahead and get into today's show. Hello, ladies. Welcome back to the Habitual Woman Podcast. I'm geeked about today's guest. I'm geeked. I have Tasha of Her Grails, and I'm a little mad that I'm late to the game of finding her and knowing her, because what she do is dope as hell. So I'm excited to definitely be part of the community and grow and do my part and dive in. So thank you again so much for being here. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm great. I'm super excited about today. I love chatting it up with other fellow women. So I'm excited to chop it up.
Yay. So let me tell you how I found you. And this is why I'm like low-key upset. So I love Melody Ehsani. I love her brand. I've been a fan. Shop at the store, the Fairfax store. You know, everybody should know by now, Cali Swag, Calilicious, Cali Girl all day long. No matter what state, region I'm in, I rep. And so she's dope. Her brand is dope. And so now that I'm in Vegas, and because of COVID, I can't shop at the store like I used to before. And so I still follow online. And then so I know I was looking, check out whatever new content, new products and stuff she has, because her Instagram is dope too. Plus she has this butterfly rug that I want to get. So I was going back to look at it. And then I saw she got a promotion like that day. Big announcement. She got promoted. I think it's creative director at Foot Locker. And I was like, oh my God, this is dope. So me being a sneakerhead and me being a long time, decades fan of Foot Locker, I was like, oh, let me see what this means. Because you brought her on board, you about to do some stuff. So then I go over to Foot Locker's Instagram. And then so I'm scrolling because I want to see what they kind of have so I can be able to reference the difference that's going to happen now that she's on board. And then I hit Black History Month content. And then there was their soul, as in the bottom of your soul, their soul 21 list. And you were on it. So I'm looking, listen. And then it was Her Grails. I'm like, what is this? So then there's that rabbit hole. So now I go because then I went to you. And I was like, oh, she's dope. Like, I like what she's doing. And then I was like, Her Grails. So then I go to Her Grails. I was like, oh, and this has been around for years. Oh, there's events. Oh, there's Air Max party. Oh, this is some bullshit. But then I was like, oh my God, like I need to have her on the podcast because I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing for the community of women. I love what you're doing for the community of people of color, of Black lives. But I love what you're doing for the community of those of us who just love sneakers.
Yeah, no, totally. That's the goal, right? I think that's the ultimate goal, and then even like you said, you used to be a huge sneakerhead. I think like bringing them back in, like come back to this dark side.
Thank you. I'm back. I'm coming back. So we can make this happen. Let the women know, let the ladies know, who are you? Why, how, what?
Yeah. It's so funny. Yeah, y'all. So my name is Tasha. I'm originally from Lincoln, Nebraska, but I reside here in Houston. Been here for 5 years. Started Her Grails. It was under a different name at the time. 3 years ago, we just celebrated our 3-year anniversary in February. But yeah, we basically throw dope sneaker events tailored towards women. So everything, we think of women when planning these events, and then it's all around sneakers. So we're inclusive, we empower, we highlight, we spotlight, you know, women, not only in my community in Houston, but just all over. But specifically, yeah, like Black and brown women, I think is very important. We like to collab with, you know, I usually like to use all female ensembles. So photographers, venue owners,
The same way.
food caterers. So
Yes.
normally we try our best to collab with female only partners or to utilize female only brands. So that's really what we do. And I think it was such a need at the time because I was going to a bunch of events and there would be like no women's stuff. And, you know, at the time I was working for Sneaker Summit for a long time. And I remember there would be like 2 booths out of the 150 booths. And it's like, how is this even, of course you don't have women come to these events because they ain't nothing for us. So just changing that narrative and making sure that there are women's things and stuff to do and women's sizing and appropriate apparel for us. So that's really how it started. And now we're here 3 years later. It's been such a journey. It's been amazing to even hear that somebody outside of this state has heard of me is just amazing. And so I really hope we can continue that for years to come.
Yeah, I definitely see you guys going further and growing. And I'll say it right here, right now. I'll definitely do my part of what I can to help definitely grow the community and see what type of collabs we can even do.
Yes.
I don't care. I love it. It's dope. And it's funny, even the things that you just dropped and said, because like low key, I can wear kid sizes. Right.
Yes.
So I wear boy shoes. I don't wear girls. I don't wear women's. The styles are just not, it's always like the styles aren't even there.
No.
And I've noticed recently though, my last, which I'm really, really surprised, my last 2 pair of Nikes that I just bought like a week or 2 ago, they're women's.
Yeah.
Right? I'm starting to like vibe with them again. I mean, they go back. I'm a Huarache.
Okay.
I'm an Air Max 90.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Blazer Dunks. You know what I mean? Like that's my style.
Totally.
I'm very old school, but you know, I work out and have that type of stuff. Like, but even like the Metcons, you know, there's certain things. I'm like, damn, these women play. The color palettes and the designs are nice, and then appropriate. That was the word that you just used in regards to the clothing. Because I wore men's and boys. I'm a Nike person. I'm just loyal to the brand. That's me. I try to dip off. It's really hard, but I've always said that. Like back in high school, I'm like, I only wear Nike. Anything else is like cheating on my feet. You know what I mean?
My God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was that. I was like, the only other brand touches these toes is Timberland, but on the West Coast. The fuck, Timberland. But anyways, but I love it because now, again, me just throwing it out there, I'm a Nike person.
Mm-hmm.
I now go to the store and I love like my women's Nike gears on point.
Yeah.
Like the designs and the flavor is coming back. It's comfortable. It's cut right. I don't feel like, I'm sorry, y'all, I don't feel like a hoochie mama.
Right.
I'm comfortable. I can move in it. I can be casual in it. I can be fly in it. I can rock it to work on casual day.
Come on. That's what it's come so far. And it's so great to see. I mean, they still do it's hit or miss sometimes, but man, to see where it's come from, because, you know, back in the day, it would be like the Nike women's fit would just be the form fitting, the tight. And it's like, and you know, us, like I grew up a tomboy. I still consider myself a tomboy. So it's like, no, we don't always want that. And so we would be shopping in the men's section. And so, no, it's been such a great, I keep saying this and because I mean, it's true, but it's such a great time for women in streetwear, sneakers, and apparel. And I think that I'm happy that they're recognizing, changing, getting women, like we said, the Melody Ehsanis in the positions. That way, you know, they know what we want or know what most women want, you know, because obviously some women love the form fitting, which is great, but a lot of women don't. So I'm glad they're realizing that there's different types of women and we need to cater to all of them. So I know, isn't it great? It's such a good time and I'm so excited.
It's so phenomenal. The tasteful selection and plentiful collection now for plus size.
Yes.
Like even the fact that everybody not shaped the same. Even if you're small, you still may not be shaped the same. Exactly. And so being able to have that maternity.
Yes. Who'd have thought?
Right.
It's crazy. It's so great getting those emails in my inbox like, hey, we have this new maternity collection. I'm like, this is amazing.
Right.
So it's great. I know it's long overdue, but hey, we're here. I'm not
a little pissed because the boys are 12 and they'll be 16. Like, where was you back then?
Oh
but
my God.
Good. I have the big Nike hoodie on from the men's
Man, there was no options.
Yeah, but now they are cute, which I'm so glad. I mean, the breastfeeding aspects of, but
yes.
to be able to still work out and properly support your body with quality gear. Because again, at the end of the day, you do get what you pay for. So you're paying for these brands because of the quality and the support and what you're supposed to get from it. But if everybody can't get it, it's a little, it's like throwing shade.
Yeah, no, totally. And it's so great to see that they're doing that. And clearly a woman is behind that. So that's why it's so great to see. I mean, there's probably men behind it as well, but that was probably a woman designing that and as well as probably bringing it up. So I think that's what's the most important, getting women behind these brands, because if you're making stuff for women, it only makes sense to have a woman behind it, right? It should.
I mean, just saying.
It makes sense, but men think they know, and it's always hilarious.
I'm gonna say it here because I'll say it to your face, men. We have to let you know, make you feel like you came up with the idea for it to actually get pushed through. Sorry, that's how it is. We will tell you all day long.
Yeah.
As soon as we tweak it, make you think you came up with it, then all of a sudden, look at that.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. And that's why it's exciting to see more women behind these brands and more women in higher up positions.
Yeah. So here's my question with you. With everything that you're doing, that you're involved with, and y'all, you can't see her. We'll post pictures. I'll share. She's a cutie pie.
Oh, that look like crap. Thank you.
Y'all, so I'm going to let you know. So she sends me an email last night talking about, is this going to be Zoom or recorded? And I told her, oh, no, we're going to record it, but we're going to do Zoom for connection. So interviews, I always see my peoples.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, cool. Because she's like, woo, I'm going to be a hot mess.
I'm going to be a hot
whatever
mess.
She said. She get on here. She cuter than me. I'm like, well, damn. I threw on my little t-shirt, my little bun. I'm like, oh, she got on here flawless. Houston.
Bless your heart. Y'all, no, I did not. I don't even know how. I'm looking rough. But I know, look at that. That's why we be like these Zoom calls. Hold on. What is it? Do I need to be on it? Because, baby, I'll be a mess. That's why I be like, I don't know how these influencers do it. Because, baby, I'll be a mess 99% of the time. I'm not trying to look cute. So, but thank you. You're so sweet.
That part. I'd be like, yo, I'm like, you always catch me in sweaty selfie mode. That way I got an excuse.
Yeah.
Who ain't putting on makeup or any of that? It's me, Lord Jesus.
Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, with your day and your flow and what you have going on, what are your habits like? Like, what do you do to do what you do?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I was just talking about this the other day with a couple of my friends. I'm super old school when it comes to writing down. I'm a pen to paper girl. I have a physical plan, a tangible planner, and that I need to see my week out in full. And then if somebody's like, oh, is this date available? I'll just go through the pages, make sure. So I'm not a phone calendar gal. So a planner is literally how I survive. Like, I don't know how people survive without a planner. It mind boggles me. So I need a planner. I need pens and highlighters to make sure I keep my schedule organized. Because I wouldn't say I'm extremely busy, but a lot of things pop up. And so I need to make sure it's written down so I don't forget. I make to-do lists literally every day. I think usually I make it at the beginning of the day, like this is what I have to do. Sometimes I'll do it the day before, but literally write down. Sometimes I even write down shower so I can check it off. I like to see my day in full form, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a to-do list is very necessary for me and a planner. And then I think also just especially with what I do, I have to keep up with what's new, what's hot. So social media, unfortunately, is something I have to jump on often. So I'm on there looking at what's going on, what's supposed to be releasing, what's new, what's hot, what's trending, Soulja Boy acting out again, because you do have to keep up with that stuff. So I'm on social media a lot. And so, obviously around sneakers, around streetwear, around women, and then also just trying to look for events. So those are like my three main habits. I guess the phone thing isn't really a habit, but yeah, like, I have to be on there and I have to check. And sometimes obviously it's for like fun too and just looking at funny memes or whatever, but I'm on there a lot looking at for content and then also again, inspiration and again, trends. So those are like my main ones, but yeah, day-to-day life, I need a schedule, a planner, a to-do list. I like to be organized. I'm very, very organized, which helps with like planning events. And so which is all that's like my one true talent is like planning events. And so, so when I do plan an event, I write out a list as well, like this is what I need to do, this is what I need to get done, and then I check it off. That's how I plan every single event. I write it down and I write down exactly what I need. Usually it's like a well-oiled machine. Most events need the same thing, but some cost a little bit. Some things, there's different prices sometimes that I have to have included this time. So definitely a list. I cannot survive without a list. Sometimes I'll put a list in the note in my phone, but I'm more pen to paper.
Okay. So how do you weave food into your day? Because you have because here's the thing. I was like, okay, she said she had to put shower on the list to make sure. I'm like, damn, that sounds like a busy person.
Yeah.
And usually in my world, busy people like that, including myself, we forget to eat.
Yeah. No, sometimes I do. And I think also, I don't know if it was because of pandemic, but I didn't get an appetite. Like I'll have coffee in the morning, but I wasn't getting an appetite till like afternoon, like 1, 2. So my eating habits have been off. I'm trying to get it back now, so I can get summertime fine. But I really, girl, and it sucks because like I say this all the time, not only Houston has so many food options. It's ridiculous. I've definitely gained the Texas 20. And so I just need to lose that Texas 20.
Oh, y'all calling it the Texas 20. I should have known. Texas always got to be bigger.
Oh my God. No, because or the quarantine 15. Or the quarantine 15, because it was so I just think Texas has a ton of good, cheap, late night eats. So, and then just good, Cajun, seafood, Tex-Mex. So.
I was in Dallas for about 5 years and that, Lord Jesus.
Yes. It's like literally, I eat out a lot. So I'm trying to be better this year and cook more, kind of like, not necessarily meal prep, but that way I have stuff at the house because I eat out a lot. And so, and I need to stop that. That's been on my New Year's resolution for 4 years, but to like cook more and not eat out. But it's just so easy, again, grabbing drinks with your girls, somebody last minute lunch, let's go here. It's just so easy here. So, and I think Houston, I think has the most food restaurants per corner in America, even over New York and everything. So they like to eat out here, girl. And it's crawfish season, baby. I need to stop eating is what we need to do, girl. I don't want to eat no more. I need to start drinking these little juices or something. Cause I'm eating.
I might need to make a trip. And it's so funny you say that because I was just in Dallas and that's all it was.
Food and drinks.
It was always conversation. What we eating?
So we eating, we drinking.
So what we eating?
Yeah.
You said okay, so that's what we eating?
Yeah.
So when we eating that?
Yeah. Best brunch. So they love to brunch. And yeah, girl, I need to quit eating. So we need to miss these meals, actually.
Well, you're not starting to 1 or 2. You don't even know you practice intermittent fasting.
I know. Isn't that crazy? I know. I really don't get it. That's so weird. I think that, but then it's like, I need to do something like in the morning, like a little like fruit or something. I don't know. Listen, I'm going to get it together, y'all. We'll come back to this and I'm going to be like, okay, I got my eating habits right.
I got you.
Hold me accountable, y'all, because I'm horrible.
So what's your food? Since you in Texas, you in Houston, because like I said, I was in Dallas for a while. So what it's different breeds. That whole Dallas versus Houston thing, whatever. It's
Girl,
then I
so much
it.
beef.
Yeah, it is, because we have a SoCal versus NoCal thing, which is so dumb. But what's your meal? Like, what's your go-to? Like, if it was your last meal, what you eating?
Oh my God, that is so hard. Because I be eating. That's what I'm telling you. Listen, that's tough. It would have to either be like I love breakfast, so maybe like an eggs Benedict with like, instead of ham, we do chicken sausage or something and hash browns. Or like, I love me some fried catfish. So with some good tartar sauce. Some fried catfish with some good tartar sauce, some mac and cheese, some yams.
So we're going to give you just a good brunch meal.
Yeah.
We just going to
Oh
give
my
you
God,
the
I
whole.
love a
She's
good
like, I don't have
brunch.
a meal. I have brunch.
No, all of
Yo.
it. Pancakes, French toast, eggs, bacon, chicken fried
Potatoes.
steak, it all.
You're sweet and savory. You
I
like
love
both.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm the same way.
Yes.
I'm the same. Even if it's like, if it's going to be like egg benedict or it'd be like huevos ranchero or something
Yeah.
like that, I'm like, and a blueberry pancake. Thank
Yes,
you.
on the side.
Like,
No,
I still need that little, or like
Absolutely.
vice versa. It's like, okay, if I'm doing the pancakes with fruit or waffles,
We
something
need
like that, then
some
it's like,
potatoes.
I need the potatoes, and you know there's gonna be some hot sauce and spicy. So you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I always gotta have that sweet and savory.
Got to.
Yeah.
I love it. No, I love food, and I think that that's probably the issue here. It tastes so good.
So in regards, okay, so you do a lot of events, and you do, because I see it, and I know that's just, I still have no clue to the extent of probably what you do. I will though, because again, I'm jumping in on that shift. I got to have some fun and be around. That's my thing. I love it.
Yes.
With your events, in regards to the planning, execution, and the existing of the events, do you have any rituals that you do for yourself, and are rituals that you like to embed into that space?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few. One, I think that preparation is so key when it comes to planning. So again, the list, but also just making sure you have a timeline. Because I've seen people put together events in a week, and I'm like, but I cannot do that. I mean, at least a month to plan, depending on the event, at least a month. So I think that preparing what you're going to, like, setting out a schedule, like, okay, this week I need to get this done. This week I need to get this done. This week I need to get this done. Like, hey, flyer I need done this week. Calls to make for sponsorship this week. So it just needs to, preparation is so key when it comes to event planning, because it shows. And I think I talk about this often, like, to the I don't want to say untrained, but to like the common person's eye, they might not notice certain things that I notice when I go to events. Yep. So I'm like, oh, baby, and not to be shady, but I'll be like, what was they doing? So I think that attention to detail is so important. So that, again, making sure you have all these things ahead of time. I usually do, like, again, we have a plan to roll it out. So, you're going to post this one day, what have you. So all these were like things learned over time. So when I say, I go to events and try and be shady or whatever, but it's also like, I'm sure of my events 3 years from ago wasn't how they are now. Because again, you learn. And then again, I think that's how I get, usually with my events, I draw inspiration from other women, but also I attend a lot of events. And I think that helps. I think you have to, if you're trying to be in a circle, a realm, an industry, you need to immerse yourself in that. I think that's important, especially in Houston, what I've learned. So another ritual is, like, right before an event, I go to a lot of events and I'm like, hey, I have an event coming up. You should go. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, and then people like that, they're like, oh, you're personable. You're excited. It's good to see the face behind the brand. It's good to know she's not rude, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's what I don't know about anywhere else, but definitely in Houston, you need to be out supporting other people for them to support you. So those are a few, I guess, are they considered rituals? I mean, preparation, planning, attending other people's events. Those are like two main ones. I think, and not only is it fun, but again, like, you can show people that, hey, I can go to more than just sneaker events. I'm, at the end of the day, I'm still a woman. And so I'm a woman before anything, to be clear. So
there all day.
So I can go to women's events and then, again, still get inspiration from those women's events and then incorporate it to my sneaker realm. And I think I say this all the time. I need to make this as a shirt, but like, I'll go to an event and I'd be like, how can I make this sneakers? Almost all the time. I'm like, oh, this is a cool event. Now how can I make this sneakers? And I think, and it's worked for me thus far.
Okay. So how do you stay sane?
Girls, I don't even know. Staying busy. I think I don't like to just sit at home. So pandemic was tough, but I think that, or shutdown was tough, but being at events, being around people, being sociable, being around friends is how I stay sane. And then otherwise, obviously, I think what I learned is over a few years, like it's okay to not be okay sometimes. I think especially women, we have so much pressure to be like, put on a good face, especially me. I don't know if I necessarily grew up this way or this was like indirect thing I was learned, but like, once you walk out this house, you got to make sure you look like nothing ever happened. And I still do that to this day. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm good. And we're going to walk out and I'm never going to tell anybody what's going on inside. So I think that, I don't know if that's necessarily healthy, but I think that it's okay to not be okay. I've learned that. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to have bad days, girl. Like, we all have them, especially that's what I've learned. I'm like, everybody be doing this, especially during the pandemic. Like, we all went through it. So, like, it's okay that everybody goes through these things. Everybody has moments of weakness, insecurity. And like, I think that it's okay.
I mean, a lot of people with the pandemic have to spend a lot of time with their self.
Exactly. Which is tough. Yeah.
Like you really, because you couldn't go nowhere. And then if you did go somewhere, you still had to go by yourself or stay in your bubble. So you spent time with your damn self.
Yourself,
pretty much for a year.
Yes, pretty much. I mean,
do you like you? Do you like yourself? What did you learn about yourself? Like, you know what I mean? You having private conversations and meltdowns and breakdowns, but using those to either, you can do one or two things. You can break down and stay down, or you can use that to build yourself back up.
Man, yeah. Oh, that's great.
So it's,
yeah.
What did you learn?
Yes.
And are you making a difference?
So important. What did you learn is, I think, huge.
Because I think hopefully you did learn something.
Yes. Yeah. Because I think every lesson is a learning experience. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And not that I love failures, but failures are fine to me.
We need them though. Yeah, we need them. We need them. Looking back, I mean, obviously when we're in it, when we're failing, we're like, oh my God. But hindsight, when we come back to it, we're like, oh shit, I needed that. I needed that. And now I learned this, or now I can do this. And now I can do anything because I went through that. So absolutely. And I think I learned that definitely over that year. You can, in hindsight 2020, looking back, maybe we can get through anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Not maybe.
Yeah.
Shit, we can't.
Yeah. Yeah, we can.
It was BS on so many levels. Still is, but that's not the conversation.
Yeah, that's another day.
That's for some now. So with that being said, then again, it's for you, what would you say to the ladies out there? What would you say? What are 3 tools that you feel every habitual woman should have?
Oh my God. I think for sure, I'm trying to say how to put this in words. I think you need to have not necessarily a mentor, but I think mentors are great, but somebody that you can go and talk to and give you solid sound advice. And I have many of those. And it can be a male counterpart as well, because I feel like men, especially when it comes to business, they know their shit. So I think that having someone you can call up and be like, hey, is this a good idea? Should I do this? What does this sound like? I do that all the time. I'm one of those and I would say I'm not good at deciding things. I just like to have other people reassure that my decisions are like, okay. So I think just, again, having somebody you can talk to professionally, you definitely need somebody you could talk to personally as well. But I think especially if you're trying to build a brand, build a business, do something, start entrepreneurship, you need to talk to somebody that knows what you're talking about. My homegirl who doesn't own a business isn't going to probably be the best person to chat with about business, but she might be the best person to chat with me breaking up with my boyfriend. So I think just knowing that. What else? I think that if we're specifically talking about starting a brand or doing events, I think you need to do your research. And then it's so much free information on the internet. So I think the more knowledgeable you are, especially as a woman, especially as a Black woman, the better. You can walk in a room and be like, what? I know this, I know that. So knowledge, please do your research on anything you're trying to do and take classes, do whatever, YouTube University, whatever. So research, whatever how that may be in your industry, do your research, look at your competition, market research, all that I think is super important. And then what else? I think that you need, again, to make sure you have a clean space to do what you need to do. I'm keep organized. If my place is a mess, I'm a mess. So I think that you need to have an area where you could create, think, whatever. in your home. So, or outside your home, I guess, if you have an office. But I think that somewhere where you can be you and do all these things you need to do to stay productive and on top of things and make sure you're getting things done. Yeah, I guess those are three.
Those are good though.
Those are good. Yeah.
Yeah, those are good. I always throw that question out with no guidance.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't know what the guides are, but
because it's for whoever needed to hear that.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
You know what I mean? I want to know what that means to you and what
I like that a lot.
It's,
yeah.
It's you. I don't want to know. I don't want to lead you a certain way. Just give it to me.
I like that.
So that I like those. I haven't had any of those before yet.
Really? Oh gosh.
Those are good ones. And
what
that's why.
What else say?
Don't worry about it.
Oh God, I'm gonna go listen.
They're all good ones. So that's why it's nice. It's a nice, beautiful list of okay. So her girls, what's going on? What's going on with Tasha? What's going on? What you got going?
Man, a lot. I'm a person that I sit on ideas and then I wait for the perfect time to execute them. And I think that's also one of my strengths is I execute my ideas because you're nothing if you and an idea is just an idea. Everybody has them, but the execution part is so important. And so I have a lot of things planned. I want to do something in June for National Rosé Day. I've been trying to do grails and grapes for I've been planning this since last year. I'm like, I got to do a wine event for my winos. So that's fingers crossed. I'm waiting on a few things to get that finalized, but I'm hoping we can get that done.
Is that going to be an in-person event there in Houston?
It's going to be an in-person event. We're going to cap it. The last few events we've done, we've capped at like the Air Max Day, I capped at 100 folks, which does seem like a lot, but the venues are pretty big. So still trying to keep safe, obviously can't test everybody, but we put in measures that hopefully help keep us safe. But so far, knock on wood, I haven't heard anybody getting COVID from one of my events. Knock on wood.
Good.
Right. But so we'll probably put a cap on it. I'm probably not going to do anything too much over 100, but it'll be in person. And the Air Max Day one, you got to come. I'll keep you updated on our schedule because sometimes we've been announcing like a couple weeks out so it doesn't get too crazy. So like I'll wait.
I need a little notice so I can take flight.
I got you. But I want to do that. I think that the Air Max Day was female only. So this one will be co-ed because men love to come to our events, which is so funny. And then I want to try and see, my counterpart is in Dallas. So we might do something in Dallas. I'm going to Portland in June as well. We've done a Kicks and Coffee here with Dead Stock Coffee out of Portland. So we might go up there and do one there. And then I'm trying to see if we could throw our annual sneaker charity ball. And that's usually October. And now that's really fun. Now that one you really have to go to. It's such a great party. Formal attire, sneakers. We had it for 2 years. Obviously couldn't have it last year. Hopefully we can have it this year. So that's really what we have planned. Then of course a few other mini events. I have a lot of ideas, just trying to make sure my calendar aligns with if I have time or again, if it makes sense for Houston and whatnot. So we're just continuing throwing dope events, man. That's really what we do. And I think that such a great time. It's always a great atmosphere. There's never any issues. Sneakers like the common denominator. Like no matter where you are in life, no matter how much money you make, you could talk about sneakers. So
all day. So childhood on up. It is. It's part of your memory. It's part of your DNA.
Yeah.
Even those who don't, who's not, they can still tell you about that one pair of those that they've always wanted.
Exactly. No, totally. I say that so often. And I always say I know a bunch of friends, I'm a heels girl too, but like not every girl will put on a pair of heels, but almost every girl will put on a pair of sneakers.
All day. And if they haven't, and when they do, it's like black. You don't go.
Yeah. And that's what, especially pandemic, a lot of girls was like, oh, I'm not wearing heels no more. And I'm like, yes, come on. So I heard a lot of that. So absolutely. Like you said, even girls that are like not really into sneakers, but they're like, I like that. That looks cute on you. I'm about to go buy me one. I think that's what it's all about. Just like bringing women together, talking about cool sneakers, being fashionable, looking like stylish and still, doing what we do.
Very much so. Yeah, I have a coworker. And it's so funny. Her last name is Crisp. I always tell I was like, yeah, it has to be Crisp because you crispy. Like she is so like her swag and she's so fly, right?
I love
like
that.
She literally, even the way she struts and walk, I swear to God, she's on a runway.
I love it
all the time. And good heart, good people, but she's always in heels. She hurt her knee working out. And she came in there one day and some nights. She came in there some day runners that was fly. I was
okay.
Like, but she was still suited and booted.
Yeah.
I was like, and I told her, because she always sees my back. She bought me. My birthday was like, we're still in April. I was like, what month are we in?
It almost fit May, yes.
Girl, I know. Actually, and for my birthday, she bought me some Air Max 90s.
Oh my God, what a great friend.
Right.
Just a friend that buys you shoes.
Girl.
Hell yeah.
And so they fly too. They're real nice. But I was like, I told her, I was like, so she knows like Fridays, they're like, dude, like what's Serena coming in like type of thing.
That's
the day
that.
I can wear. And she had on Nike, but she's fly. She had those there. I was like, oh, she's like, for real? Like, girl. I was like, dude. I was like,
yes. These girls can rock a good sneaker. That's what I'm saying. I love to see it.
I love I said those are one of my shoes. Like I love day runners. I love my shoes. I love like those are just. I was like, you Cortez. I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
LA. Yeah.
I know, right?
She's so LA, y'all.
Oh damn, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I need to get with you so I can get my calendar on point.
Yes.
It looks like I got Grails great.
Yes.
I got the sneaker ball.
Yeah. Both great. These are both going to be very, I feel like, anticipated events. Yeah.
I'm Lord. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, see, I got the inside scoop, y'all. I got the direct
You did.
line.
I haven't announced any of that. So you did.
So when you do announce it, how can they find out? Where you at? What they need to look for? Where they sign up at?
Because again, we sell out quick. And I say that humbly, like, especially in the pandemic, people are ready to be out. And I've already capped the numbers. The last event sold out in 2 weeks. So this is important. I think our newsletter is the best way to kind of get insight first. I kind of go there first before anything. You can sign up on our website, hergrails.com. I also put our list of our events or events that we're a part of, because sometimes we collab with other events here in the city, or, even if it's a virtual event.
We're definitely going to need to do a collab. So you guys be on the look out for that. You'll see something come. I love it. That. We will collab and do something definitely for sure. 2021.
Yeah.
We got waiting.
Time, girl. And I love it. And that's that's what we love to do. So keep an eye out for that on hergrails.com. And then sign up for the newsletter on there. That's how you'll get the first inside scoop on most of our events or just anything happening with Her Grills. Follow us on Instagram. That's all we have. We don't really do a Facebook or Twitter, but it's at hergrills.com. We also post the flyers and whatever there. And then the links to sign up or do whatever, purchase tickets. Sometimes our events are ticketed, sometimes they're free. And then as well as, I guess me too, obviously I'm pushing it. You can follow me at Tasha Quan. It's TAUSHA. QUAN.
And I'll drop this all in the notes, you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Y'all know me. I share my people, so you'll be able to see your face, look for some sneakers, you'll know that's her.
Yeah, share me, please. Yeah, and because I love, and again, maybe, if you're a sneakerhead, reach out. Maybe we again collab or just talk sneaks, girl. We could talk sneaks all day. Or again, just about women in business. And sometimes you just need, I'm all about, listen, I am not one of those people that be like, oh, I need to send you an invoice to talk, dog. I'll give you all the wisdom, because I don't want women to make the same mistakes, and we can all climb this ladder together. So please, any questions, whatever. I've had people ask for me to be like a mentor or intern, and it's like, I can't do that right now. But again, anytime, if anything else, like I can help, I got you.
Yeah. So ladies, there was something that she just said right now, and she's actually looping back some she probably don't even realize that's key. I definitely would love for you guys to take away from this. When she gave the tools, the first thing she said was a mentor, someone to speak to or whatnot, and like how the way she's offering her service. That is something that is important with any type of goal or anything that you're after or you're driving in. And it can be anything from business to passion to food, weight loss, but having that support like she said, not just on a personal level. I need you not to just have your girlfriend and say, oh, girl, you're cute in those jeans. I need you to talk to somebody that knows how to get you in those jeans.
Exactly.
And keep you in those jeans, or keep you at the job, or get you to the job. Have somebody's. That's the other thing. Have somebody's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because don't pull all that drain on one damn person. Don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Share yourself just like they're sharing themselves, and just have accountability partners, have support. And with some people, you need to be clear that that's what you need from them.
Yes.
And ask permission to get that. Sometimes it just happens naturally, but a lot of times if there's certain people that you may look up to, or that you like what they're doing, ask them, is it okay for me to reach out to you? Or how can I be part of your circle with someone, connect? Or who do you go to help you get that? Like, speak up. I tell people all day, every day. A closed mouth don't get fed.
Man, I just said that yesterday, and it's true. And we need to be better at that. And what you just said is literally exactly on point.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely need that. We need almost unbiased people coming into you.
Yeah.
Straight shooter, dog. Especially when it comes to business.
Yeah, definitely. Don't somebody that's not going to fluff your hair and tell you pretty damn that design is ugly. That wording is rude.
Yes. You need a man.
Needs some help. Hey, what about the customer experience?
Yes.
What about their experience?
Yes.
Right now, it sounds like it's all about you and what you want.
No.
What about you? Mean
because you need somebody to buy your stuff or support you. Exactly. Totally.
Ask people for their opinion. Get a real. It is okay.
It's okay. We've all been there. Trust me. We've all had things that probably didn't
and still do
how we thought it was gonna go. Yeah,
that's life.
Yeah,
but the difference is now trying to make it a little less frumpy.
Yeah. Crumply. And easier. Yeah.
Yeah. Like and smoother. Less stress, man. Let's fucking stress.
Yes, please.
All right. So you just got me. It just went on a little tangent.
I like
it happens sometimes.
I like it.
When it hits, it hits. And again, thank you for the juice and the knowledge and the energy that you just dropped in this episode. I appreciate you again for coming on. Somebody somewhere just got something. So
good. I hope so. Thank you so much for having me. This was a great conversation. I love it.
Thank you. It was fun. We're gonna, you got to be back in the community in some way, shape, or form. So I love it. You're definitely a habitual woman. So,
look at that. I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, ladies, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I thank you for whomever and all of y'all who took the time to drop in and listen to today's episode. Until the next time, this is your habitual coach, Debrina, and we have
your girl, Tasha.
Have a great day, ladies.
Bye.
Thank you for joining me on this week's episode of the Habitual Woman Podcast. Please take a moment if you enjoyed the show to share with your family and friends, and please leave a review. To learn more about the podcast and our community, you can go to thehabitualwomanpodcast.com. And until next time, this is Debrina Wright, your habitual coach, transforming habits into a lifestyle.